The angles in an octagon are y, 2y, 2y, 3y, 3y, 4y, and 4y. So we have to find out y. Well, when we talk about the angles in an octagon, they are the interior angles. So we need to know what they add up to. Well, we can write it out first of all that y plus 2y. I know that's tedious, but you want to spell out what you're doing and you want to get the method mark. So I would begin with that. And what does that add up to? Well, we need to know the sum of interior angles of an octagon. So the formula for that is n minus 2. N is the number of sides, so that would be an octagon 8. 8 minus 2 times 180, that's your formula. N minus 2 times 180 is the sum of interior angles. If we add together the left hand side, we get 1, 2, 4, 6, 12, 20y. And if we work out the right hand side, we get 1080. So the sum of the interior angles of an octagon are 1080. So we divide that by 20 to get that y is 54. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H is a regular octagon. In this octagon we have to, in part A, calculate the size of AOB, and in part B, calculate the size of angle ABC. If we're going to try and find the size of an angle, it makes sense to draw that angle out. So AOB is the line that runs from A to O to B. Now what I notice is, it's badly drawn of course, as you'd expect, but that's an isosceles triangle. The distance from O to A and O to B is equal. And then part B is angle ABC, so that's A to B to C, so it sort of already is marked on there. But I'm going to just draw in another isosceles triangle just so you can see. An octagon is a series of 8 isosceles triangles put together. I'll just keep going round to show you that. Why? Well, if they're all identical, then around the center is 360 degrees split up into these 8 angles. So we could do 360, divide that by 8, and that would give you your 45 degrees. So that means that angle AOB in here is 45, and actually all of those angles around the center are 45. Part B is to calculate the size of angle ABC. There are a few ways you can do that. ABC is the interior angle of an octagon. I'll show you both ways to do that, but at the minute I'm just going to show you using the diagram. We've got an isosceles triangle. If that's 45, we know these two are the same size. So the angle ABO would be 180 minus the 45, and then divide that by 2. And that gives 67.5. And if this angle in here is 67.5, then the angle ABC is going to be double that, because it makes up 2 of the same angle. So ABC is 67.5 multiplied by 2, which gives you 135 degrees. Now we could do that another way. If none of that has been drawn out, I wouldn't have went for that approach. What I would have done instead is realize it's an octagon, and if we do 360 divided by 8, we get 45. You're thinking, well, I've done that already, but I'm doing that because I want to find out an exterior angle. The exterior angles are all the same size. There's 8 of them, so if I divide 360 by 8, I get 45 degrees. Remember, the sum of all of the exterior angles is always 360. And if the sum of exterior angles is 360, making the exterior angle 45, then the interior angle is 180 minus 45, which is 135. So that's another approach you could have taken.